Crisis report. It is June 8th, 2025, and yes, I'm coming to you live from a bathroom in Netherlands. But all H3LL hockey sticks is breaking loose, and so we've just got to cover it. We got to cover it, we got to cover it, we got to cover it. So, we're going to go jank style on this one, but it's all I can think to do because, again, it's just getting kind of nutty out there. And so we're gonna do our best and we're gonna get through it. I've been tabulating. We didn't have a good internet connection yesterday, so I thought, you know what, we'll just kind of put it out there. There's a lot going on, yesterday's stuff, but today is even more. It is really intense out there. So we're gonna read through it and let you guys see it, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button and stuff, and hopefully you'll keep supporting the channel. All right, here we go. This is your all H3LL hockey sticks breaking loose post for June 8th, 2025. So let me get this thing set up in a good way. There we go. All right, I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. No, here, we'll go over here. We'll go the original. There we go. That's better. All right, here, friends. Looks like we're focused and we're ready to go. Okay. Actually, let me try this. Oh, there we go. All right, let me bring up the brightness a little bit. Sorry, we're just adjusting. We're doing the best we can, folks. All right, I think that is doable. Thanks for being here, guys. Here we go. Democrat protesters have gathered around the Federal Detention Center in Los Angeles, California. Elon Musk says he will only apologize to Trump after the Epstein accusations, once all the Epstein files have come out. According to the Wall Street Journal, President Donald Trump allegedly called Elon Musk a big-time drug addict in a private discussion. Oh, wait, hold on, let me go. Let me get this out of there. There we go. Iran claims to have stolen Israel's nuclear archives, obtaining thousands of sensitive documents detailing Tel Aviv's nuclear facilities. Protesters in Paramount, California have vandalized a U.S. Marshals Service bus amid demonstrations opposing immigration raids. Florida monster has beaten his girlfriend's toddler so violently that he actually severed the girl's spine, and she is no longer with us. That man deserves the A train to hell. Border Czar Tom Homan announced the National Guard is being deployed in Los Angeles tonight. So let's just do a little quick recap. National Guard is being deployed to LA because they're about to basically start rioting, because they already have. And I don't know, there's this channel called PrepperNow on YouTube that called this out 2 days ago. So say what you will about me, folks. I tend to get it before and I tend to get it right, but whatever. And then you've got a flotilla with Greta Thunberg. That's evidently just been taken over by the Israelis, and Iran's about, an inch away from a nuclear bomb. So that means Netanyahu's got the go-ahead, and then a few other things going on. Just your normal old time. So I'm really glad I'm getting the Europe thing out, because I don't know if we're going to be able to be here. But I'm going to do a live stream afterwards from PrepperNow, and I'm going to go through it, and let's just say that Europe is cooked. Gavin Newsom has confirmed that Donald Trump has taken command of the California National Guard and is deploying 2,000 troops in Los Angeles. Protester firing fireworks police has sparked a small brush fire, because those are always good in California, especially LA. Officers are being forced to pull back as protesters advance, throwing objects at them. Multiple injuries have been observed. Taxpayer funds helped fuel the anti-ICE violence of LA through CHIRLA, a group 75% funded by state and local money. So your tax dollars at work, friends. RFK, let's see what he's saying. Saxon Riverstone. Yeah, thanks, man. I think I've got a good system down. I really don't think it's so much I'm like on the ball more than anybody. I just think I've laid out and gotten myself a system of getting information that is quicker than everybody else. That's literally what it is. And then from there, it's all human psychology, political science and human psychology. And you can really kind of read the tea leaves and see where things are going. And I mean, there's some people saying that this whole thing in LA is going to be our Tiananmen Square. We'll see. RFK Jr.'s former running mate, Nicole Shanahan, suggested that anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles may be linked to the CIA or deep state involvement. No. Multiple mainstream media outlets are describing the chaos in Los Angeles as mostly peaceful, despite widespread violence. Representative Maxine Waters just called for the United States to grant citizenship to the illegal immigrants involved in the Los Angeles riots. Plane with at least 16 people on board has crashed near Tullahoma, Tennessee. I heard it was 16 to 20. I'm pretty sure most have lost their lives. Some have been medevaced. I'm not sure of their condition, but we pray for the families. Los Angeles Police Department has issued a tactical alert in response to the escalating riots. Massive drone ballistic strategic asset attack by Russia against Ukraine is imminent. That is exactly the thing I was missing out and forgetting. Russia is starting to drop the hammer on Ukraine. Special attention should be given to the alerts now for the next few days, according to Zelensky. More than 500 drones are expected to be launched in the coming few hours. Additional movement of Russian strategic assets are also being noted. Iran carried out implosion tests for nuclear weapons developments, IAEA has told us. Heightened movements of Russian strategic bases has been noted as well. At least 3 missile carriers of the Russians have been deployed out in the Black Sea. Ukrainian energy infrastructure is under a massive threat tonight. It includes Kiev, Rivne, Kamensky, Poltava, Cherkasy, Charniv, Vinnytsia, Mykolaiv, and Kirovograd regions. Movement of strategic nuclear-capable assets has been noted. 80-plus Russian drones are now over the Ukrainian airspace. Now, those were all at about 9 to 11 p.m. tonight. This stuff that I'm reading right now is recent. This isn't from a few days ago, and my apologies for not being able to get a crisis report out the last 36 hours. That's why it is so important. If you are not a member on SUBSTACK, please consider becoming one. I'm almost to 500 members. Some people, give me a little something for the effort. Others just get it for free. You can get it however. As I always say, I'm the product. And basically, it is it's https://preppernow.substack.com. There's no www in there, okay? Activity of Russian strategic bombers. Network on 4389 kilohertz has been noted. The Russian Bearnet went active. That was at about 11 o'clock p.m. my time, which would be 6 in front. That would be about 5 o'clock your time in the East Coast. New batch of Russian drones launched from the Bryansk region of Russia towards Ukraine. Could be now well over 100 drones so far. Maxine Waters attempted to enter the Los Angeles Federal Building, but basically officers closed the door in her face. Tensions escalated in Los Angeles. Nationwide egg recall has just happened. There was salmonella outbreak, and it has sickened 79 across 7 states. Now, let's say you want to learn more about that. In the crisis report, there is these links, and you can go and you can figure it all out for yourself. Why? Because you're a smart person, and it's just a better way for you to do it, okay? And by the way, Tube wants to kill this channel, so they're not sending any notifications out. They're not helping it in any way. So the only way for me to keep going is for you to help me out and tell people about what's going on here. It's getting so bad, I am considering going to other platforms. Colombian president candidate Miguel Uribe has been critical condition following an assassination attempt. We'll have an update on his condition. United States Marines on high alert, ready to deploy to Los Angeles if National Guard forces require assistance over the ICE riots, according to Hegseth. Trigger warning, preface added to George Orwell's book 1984, labeling protagonist Winston Smith problematic and suggesting readers may find his views on women despicable, because that's what you should take away from that book. You shouldn't take away anything about the jackboot of government going onto your face for 1,000 years, or for the end of time, whatever it was. France's defense ministry approached carmaker Renault to manufacture drones for Ukraine. Pope Leo has criticized the exclusionary mindset of emerging political nationalisms, stating that the church must open the borders between peoples and break down barriers between class and race. I got no problem breaking down barriers between class and race. Borders are a necessary legal framework and entity, so people can't come in and do crazy things, which is why we have things like doors and walls and things like that. It's to help keep people out, and if they do want to enter, they go through a proper framework of doing that and come and say, hey, I want to enter, and then we figure it out from there, okay? Los Angeles is on fire again. Riots are all over the city. National Guard has been deployed. Elements of the 79th Infantry Brigade combat team from the California National Guard have begun deploying to Los Angeles area, with some already on the ground. Additional information will be provided as units are identified and deployed. Russian ruble is the world's best performing currency in 2025, according to Bank of America. National Guard and DHS officers have begun engaging rioters who refuse to leave federal property in Los Angeles. Tear gas and pepper spray have been deployed. Trump says that if Governor Gavin Newsom of California and Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles can't do their jobs, which everyone knows they can't, then the federal government will step in and solve the problem, riots and looters, the way it should be solved. So they might want to pay heed to that one. FBI Director Kash Patel says his cops are, you hit a cop and you're going to jail. Doesn't matter where you came from, how you got here, or what movement speaks to you. If the local police force won't back our men and women on the thin blue line. The FBI will. Candidate Miguel Uribe was hit 3 bullets. 2 were to the head. Oof. California Governor Gavin Newsom has called the Trump administration deranged. Israel's army has turned to women facing a growing manpower shortage. Israeli army now counts women as 1 to 5 combat soldiers, a tenfold increase in a decade. Haredi draft evasion prompted the shift. Only a small fraction of the 19,000 conscripted orders led to enlistment. Women now serve in light infantry, combat intelligence, search and rescue, and more, making up 60% of some border battalions. Miguel Uribe successfully completed his surgery and has come out on the other side well. According to his wife, he has entered the, quote, critical hours of recovery, according to the Associated Foreign Press. Germany is preparing to significantly expand its network of bomb-proof bunkers and shelters amid growing concerns over a potential Russian attack within the next 4 years. Germany currently has around 2,000 Cold War-era shelters, but only 580 remain operational, providing space for approximately 480,000 individuals, just 0.5% of the population. Funding is expected from Germany's recently expanded military and infrastructure budget following the expansion of its constitutional debt brake. Trump doesn't feel all the pain of Ukrainians, according to Zelensky. He also said Trump must improve on his sanctions on Russia, and without the U.S. aid, Russia's chances of victory are higher, and Ukraine will suffer heavy casualties. Congo is in crisis. M23 rebellion escalates conflict. M23 rebellion has pushed eastern Congo into deep turmoil, marked by territorial clashes and rising regional instability. In 2025, over 7,000 civilians were killed, 500,000 displaced, and 140,000 fled abroad as ceasefires collapsed and fighting escalated across North and South Kivu. With failed peace talks and growing fears in cities like Goma and Bukavu, the crisis now threatens broader regional collapse. J36 photo leaker. This is a Chinese guy. He's a tourist named Wei in China. He was punished after unknowingly, he didn't know what he was doing. He was unknowingly posting photos online that revealed sensitive military facilities in the background. They said Wei was ultimately dealt with according to the law. Man, don't mess around in China. Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa and his wife unwavering support. Quote, she stayed by my side through 49 homes, from caves to shelters, even chicken coops. Can you imagine living in a chicken coop, folks? I know I couldn't do it. Lived in my car a few days, but never a chicken coop. Los Angeles protests. Protest comes one day after immigration raids in Los Angeles. Border czar Tom Homan has called to bring National Guard in. Trump signed a memo to deploy 2,000 California National Guardsmen. Governor Gavin Newsom, LA mayor, could face arrest if they cross the line, Trump border czar says. More than a dozen arrested during clashes with federal agents. National Guard troops will arrive in Los Angeles in the next 24 hours, federal officials have said. United States Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth says to deploy active duty Marines to Los Angeles if Violence continues. That's pretty intense. They're bringing in the Marines for Los Angeles. Unlawful assembly has been declared. Any people who remain on the Alameda, Los Angeles, St. Aliso Street, the 101 freeway between Alameda and the 110 freeway are all subject to arrest. Please avoid the 101 freeway in the downtown area. 5 Israeli speedboats have reportedly intercepted the Freedom Flotilla, which was moving towards the Gaza coast. Freedom Flotilla is not cooperating with the Israelis, saying they are carrying aid for Gaza and they come in peace. One LAPD officer has been hit in the face with a rock. Polish Air Force is reportedly on alert to intercept any projectile which crosses over during the ongoing massive Russian attack on Western Ukraine. Thousands of protesters with Mexican flags poured onto the 101 freeway in Los Angeles, according to, they're stopping traffic. Impacts of KH-22 have been recorded in the Gemini Island, the Snake Island. This is a big island. Right now, like as we speak, the Russians are pounding it. And unconfirmed, all contact has been lost with the Freedom Flotilla. Initial reports that Israelis have taken over the ship. Good luck, Greta. And that is your crisis report. So, just a few things going on. Political hit in Colombia. You got Iran making nuclear, weapons about to happen. Russia is striking the crap out of Zelensky in Ukraine. And, Los Angeles is basically going up in flames, to which our media is saying it's mostly peaceful. And we all know, well, it's not. So, me, I'm over in peaceful Europe, just getting a flavor for it. Be here for 4 more days. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to put it this way. Y'all Christians need to start having a lot of babies. I'm telling you. Holy crap, man. It is mind-boggling. Well, there it goes. All right, friends, I guess that's God telling me I got to go. So hit the like button and stuff, and we will see you on the next one. Find this on Substack. Gotta stop doing that. https://PrepperNow.substack.com. Friends, thanks so much for being here. Hit that like button, and we will see you on the next one.